and they couldn't stack them. So we're like, well, that's pretty pathetic to be using full cereal boxes, creative, but that's sad, we can do better than that. So we added weight to blocks. Then we put this really grippy texture on them. Now the texture is also just really cool, and kids don't really notice that it's any different, but all of a sudden, can you pass me a few more blocks? Thanks. All of a sudden, your blocks can, you add a little texture, you add a little weight, and you can build ridiculously crazy things where people think they're magnetic, and you can just go as high as you want, and it's not a big deal. So typically developing kids are just like, awesome, I can go big. Kids with special needs can all of a sudden use blocks for the first time. Everybody's happy. They're also a really big hit for conference rooms in San Francisco. All my friends who have startups, this is like their conference room toy. They call me, they're like, you don't want to have board meetings, we're building compression arches out of your blocks. So these are the company blocks. We also, kids with autism tend to line things up over and over again. It's called stimming or self-stimulatory behavior. It's the same idea as like when you see people flapping their hands or watching things spin. It's that same concept. So we wanted to prevent that and make kids actually interact with them, which is why they're all funky shapes. You can't just line these up, they don't go anywhere. Like, there's no right way to do it. So that's what that's about. So basically the idea is that we go in, we look at this uncertainty and these patterns, we figure out what people are doing, what workarounds they're creating, and we make it better somehow. So our design principles, as opposed to the universal design principles, everything is universally designed, as I just mentioned. Everything is inclusive design, which is actually kind of a misleading term because it's often interchangeable with universal design. What I mean by that is we're including kids with special needs and typically developing kids together and leveling the playing field. So how do you play a game of tag if some kids have special needs and some don't, or if some are in wheelchairs and some are not? Okay, our game